Did you know that there are areas in Houston, Texas, where the violent crime rate is 101% higher than the U.S. national average, and other areas where the chance of being a victim of any crime is 1 in 11? Houston is often touted as a thriving metropolis, boasting a strong economy, diverse cultural scene, and a vibrant food culture. However, despite its many attractions, some areas of the city are not as welcoming. Certain neighborhoods are plagued by high crime rates, poverty, gang activity, and characterized by dilapidated housing, abandoned buildings, and a general sense of neglect. So, today on Across the Globe, we're going to be looking at the worst neighborhoods to live in Houston, Texas. Number 10. Pasadena. Located southeast of central Houston, Pasadena is a city that touches the bay and has a rich history dating back to 1893. When it was founded as a railroad town. Initially, Pasadena was a small agricultural community, but it quickly grew into a thriving city with a strong oil industry presence. However, in the mid-20th century, Pasadena's growth led to urbanization and crime rates began to rise. The city has long been associated with high crime levels, earning it the reputation as one of the most dangerous cities in the United States. Despite efforts to revitalize the area, Pasadena still struggles with crime and poverty, making it a complex and multifaceted community. In May 2024, Property Club ranked Pasadena 10th on their list of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. They noted how Pasadena has a very high crime rate despite only having an unemployment rate of 5% and a median income of $64,381. They also stated that if you live here, your chance of becoming a victim of a violent crime is 1 in 175. They added that crimes such as armed robbery, aggravated assault, SA, and homicide are high in this neighborhood, equating to a rate of 6 per 1,000 inhabitants. According to Neighborhood Scout, the chance of becoming a victim of a property crime in Pasadena is 1 in 35. They gave the city a crime index of 7, meaning it is only safer than 7% of other U.S. cities. Number 9. Sugarland. Sugarland is a city located in Fort Bend County, Texas, just outside of Houston, with a population of around 108,000 people. Sugarland has undergone significant transformation since its humble beginnings as a sugarcane plantation in the 19th century. The city's name was coined after the original landowners, the Kempner family, who were sugarcane farmers. However, over the years, Sugarland has struggled with high crime rates, earning it a reputation as one of the most dangerous cities in the Houston metropolitan area. According to Property Club, the median income here is $42,634, and the unemployment rate is 6.8%. While this number isn't worryingly high, it still comes with challenges, as many people suffering in poverty often resort to crime to make ends meet. Property Club ranked Sugarland 9th on their list of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. They noted how violent crimes are at 1,228 per 100,000 people. Crime data: Sugarland is not one of the safest communities in America, with a crime rate that is higher than 69% of the state's cities and towns of all sizes. Number 8. East End. East End, Houston is a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood located in the southeastern part of the city of Houston, Texas. With a rich history dating back to the early 20th century, East End has been home to a diverse community of Mexican American, Black American, and working-class families. The area has long been plagued by high crime rates, with many residents facing challenges such as poverty, gang violence, and drug-related activity. In May 2024, Property Club ranked East End, Houston 8th on their list of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. They noted how the area is no longer the economic dynamo it once was and suffers from a crime rate that is 49% above the national average and a violent crime rate that is 101% higher than the U.S. national average. Number 7. Northwest. Northwest Houston is a region of Houston, Texas that has a complex and diverse history. Founded in the early 20th century, the area was initially developed as a farming community, with many small farms and ranches dotting the landscape. However, as the city grew and expanded, Northwest Houston became a hub for industrial development, with many major corporations setting up shop in the area. Despite its economic growth, Northwest Houston has long been plagued by high crime rates, earning it a reputation as one of the most dangerous areas of the city. In the 1980s and 1990s, the area was particularly notorious for gang activity and drug trafficking, leading to a surge in violent crime. Today, while efforts have been made to revitalize the area through urban renewal projects and community initiatives, problems still persist. According to Property Club, Northwest Houston is one of the most dangerous areas in the city. They noted how crime rates here are 48% higher than the national average, and even more concerning, they stated that violent crime rates are even higher at 131% of the U.S. average. Residents have a 1 in 29 chance of becoming a victim of violent crime. For these reasons, Property Club ranked Northwest Houston 7th on their list of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. Number 6. Northeast. Northeast Houston has a rich history dating back to the early 20th century, when it was settled by German and Czech immigrants who came to work in the surrounding rice fields and sugarcane plantations. The area has long been plagued by high crime rates, with many residents struggling with poverty, gang violence, and drug trafficking. In the 1970s and 1980s, Northeast Houston became a hub for organized crime, with notorious gangs like the Mafia and drug cartels operating in the area. Despite efforts to revitalize the community, crime remains a persistent problem, with high rates of homicide, assault, and property crime still prevalent today. In May 2024, Property Club ranked Northeast Houston 6th on their list of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. They stated that the northeastern area of Houston has a major crime problem, with overall crime rates that are 63% higher than the U.S. national average. Also, the violent crime rate is 197% higher than the national average. Residents in this area of Houston face a 1 in 25 chance of being a victim of crime, and the area is more dangerous than 90% of other Texas neighborhoods. Number 5. Far North. Far North Houston, a region located in northern Harris County, Texas, has a complex and storied history. The area has been a hub for industry and commerce since the early 20th century, with the discovery of oil in the region in the 1920s, bringing an influx of workers and investment. However, as the years went on, Far North Houston also became known for its high crime rates. The area's proximity to major highways and its working-class demographics made it a haven for criminal activity, with reports of gang violence, drug trafficking, and property crime rampant throughout the decades. According to Property Club, Far North is one of the worst areas in Houston due to its high crime rate and few opportunities. They noted how the area has a $30,316 median income and little economic opportunity. Even though there is a lot of business and retail activity in the neighborhood, real estate costs are still rather inexpensive, with a median property value of $72,540. There are roughly 60,000 residents, and there are 2,455 violent crimes for every 100,000. For these reasons, Far North came 5th on their list of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. Number 4. Greenspoint. Greenspoint is a neighborhood in North Houston, Texas, with a rich history dating back to the early 20th century. The area was originally developed as a small farming community, but it grew rapidly during the post-World War II era as suburbanization and urban sprawl led to the construction of homes, businesses, and infrastructure. However, over the years, Greenspoint has struggled with high crime rates, earning it a reputation as one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. As reported by ABC 13 Houston, crime is rising in Greenspoint. In November 2023, they reported that there were 11 homicides in the Greenspoint area towards the end of 2023, compared to 6 homicides in 2022 and 7 in 2019. A resident of the area said, "Those city officials need to take a walk around the apartment complexes like this one at night, and they can see it themselves." In May 2024, Property Club ranked Greenspoint 4th on their list of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. They noted how the area has been given the undesirable nickname of Gunpoint by residents due to its overwhelming violent crime rate. They also stated that after Hurricane Katrina devastated New Orleans in 2005, many evacuees settled in the Greenspoint area, which caused a spike in crime. However, they noted that efforts are being made to revitalize the area, including cleaning up the apartment complexes and trying to attract new residents. Number 3. Sharpstown. Sharpstown, a neighborhood in southwestern Houston, was developed in the mid-1950s by Frank Sharp with the vision of creating a family-friendly community. Initially, the area flourished, becoming a hub for entertainment and a safe haven with excellent schools. However, over the years, Sharpstown's fortunes took a turn for the worse. By the 1970s and 1980s, the area had fallen into disrepair, plagued by high crime rates and neglect. Today, Sharpstown is often associated with high levels of criminal activity, making it a neighborhood that many residents avoid. Property Club reported that 34% of people over the age of 25 in Sharpstown don't have a high school diploma. They also noted that Sharpstown has a 35% higher average annual violent crime rate than other Houston areas, and the violent crime rate involving firearms is 67% greater than the average in Houston. With these factors in mind, Property Club ranked Sharpstown third on their list of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. According to Niche, Sharpstown has always been a hotspot for crime on the west side of Houston. However, the amount of robberies, assaults, and homicides are way up in 2024. Number 2. McGregor. McGregor is a neighborhood in southeast Houston with a rich history dating back to the early 20th century. Once a thriving Black American community, the area has struggled with poverty and crime over the years. McGregor has long been plagued by high crime rates, earning it a reputation as one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. According to Property Club, McGregor is so violent that it has been ranked as one of the most dangerous areas in the United States. Here, the violent crime rate is 78 per 1,000 residents. They also noted how theft is rife in this area and stated that the public schools in McGregor are some of the most poorly rated in the Houston School District. For these reasons, Property Club ranked McGregor second on their list of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. Number 1. Sunnyside. Sunnyside is an area of eastern Houston, Texas that has a complex and storied history. The neighborhood is located south of downtown Houston and has a population of over 17,000 people. Despite its idyllic name, Sunnyside has long been plagued by high crime rates and gang activity. The area was once a predominantly Black American neighborhood with a strong sense of community, but in the 1970s and 1980s, it became a hub for drug trafficking and gang activity. The once thriving commercial district alongside Harrisburg Boulevard was ravaged by crime and abandonment, leading to a decline in the area's overall quality of life. In May 2024, Property Club ranked Sunnyside as the most dangerous neighborhood in Houston due to its extremely high crime rate, which they state has only risen in recent years. They noted how Sunnyside has a 92 per 1,000 population crime rate, which means that there is a 1 in 11 risk that a resident may become a victim of crime. Robberies and assaults rank among the most frequent violent crimes in the neighborhood, with homicides occurring less frequently but still too often. What's worrying about Sunnyside is how rapidly things are getting worse. For example, in 2013, it was ranked as the 6th most dangerous neighborhood in Houston. Today, it ranks first on many lists of the same nature. What about the most crime-filled California cities?